For today?
Nothing that couldn't wait. Why?
Well, I thought maybe, we could take a picnic out to Breezy Point.
We don't need to go there for a picnic.
True, but you're the one that doesn't like hanging around this place.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Change of place. Change of scenery. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I want to do it. We'll do it.
Great. This'll pass inspection.
We'll see, woman.
Come on, you think you're funny, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm funny, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Why don't I go back and try to find another pair of see-through socks and see what I can do with my trusty needle?
Okay, if you think you can sew the hole together. Vince.
I know that I hate it when someone tells me how I'm feeling, so I'm not going to do that. But do you think that you feel that it's all just too much for you to handle?
Mrs. Cummings, why didn't she tell me?
I think she was frightened. I think that giving you away was probably the most painful thing she ever did. I'm sure that she never let a day go by without thinking of you, and then suddenly there you were.
So instead of telling me, she plays save the delinquent. Why didn't she just tell me the truth?
She realizes she was wrong.
Yeah, after she found out, I almost left. And don't say better late than never, because I don't buy it.
It would have been better sooner, but it wasn't. And we have to deal with what is, not with what should have been.
What should have been is her not abandoning me in the first place.
Don't you think that she realized that the moment that she saw you? Don't you think that she blamed herself for the miserable life that you've had?
I think she's relieved that she had no part in raising me.
Jill, you don't believe that any more than I do.
Oh, I don't know. But I know that she's no better equipped to deal with me than she was when I was born.
You may be right. But can you look at this from her viewpoint? I mean, your showing up was quite a shock. And then to have her husband thrown in jail.
Yeah, like father, like daughter.
Well, because of all that, maybe she's just not capable of dealing with all that right now. And it is not a case of like father, like daughter.
Yeah, sure.
Jill, you may not think so, but your mother needs a lot of comforting right now.
Are you serious?
She needs your help in coping with all of this.
Yeah, I needed her help when my father lost a job, or there wasn't enough food on the table for us kids to eat. Or every time my mom left the house and that creep Wilson came after me.
Don't you think she wishes she had been there?
No. She dumped me as a child and she got what she wanted as a result. You want me to tell her that it's all right? That she shouldn't feel guilty? It wasn't all right, and she should feel guilty. I've had a rough life. You're telling me that instead of her taking care of me, I should think of looking after her instead?
Jill, you are old enough to look at things the way they are. That's what it means to be an adult. Try. Just try to see that Beth Slaymaker really does love you, and she needs you to return that love.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it as another case of Jill getting dumped on.
Good morning, Miriam. I hope you slept well.
No, I didn't.
That'll change.
Oh, will it? Of course it will.
Where's Nancy?
Well, I talked to her and she said she'd be here.
Well, she hasn't been here.
Well, it's still early.
Well, she said she'd be here yesterday.
Well, then maybe something important kept her away.
Yeah, you're the one that's keeping her away, I know.
No, I promise you that isn't true.
Then where is she?
Well, Miriam, I don't know. I talked to her and she assured me that she'd be here. Now,
You're
listen, you try to
lying.
relax.
You're
Just try to
lying.
relax. I did talk to her.
No, I know you're lying, no. Come on. I feel terrible. I just know I'm gonna die.
No, Miriam, you're not going to die. There is a battle being waged inside your body right now, and we are going to do everything we can to help you win it.
No, just go away! I hate this place! Wait, no, just don't leave me. Just, please, can you make them, please? Just make them give me something to stop this pain.
Miriam, you know we can't do that. The only thing you can do right now is hold on tight and tell yourself that you won't give up.
Why shouldn't I give up?
Because there's more to life than the things you've experienced. And you owe it to yourself to discover them.
No.
Okay, I'll check in on you later.
You're not even my nurse. Why do you just keep coming back?
Because I care about you.
So, if you don't have any objections,
Did you think I would?
well, it's your house.
Nonsense, honey. It's our house. And as far as I'm concerned, you can stay there until you're old and gray. I know you've wanted to be independent these last 4 years, but doggone it, I missed you.
Dad, I haven't been more than 10 miles away.
Well, I know, but that's not the same as being home. All right, out with it. I know that.
Dad, I love you. But I want you to understand something. If I move back home after graduation, I will be there as me, Mary Ann.
Honey, I don't expect you to take the place of your mother.
Yeah, you say that now, but that's what happened last time. Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I guess it was partly my decision to try and pick up where she left off. But I couldn't then, and I know I can't now. Only Mom could be Mom.
Yep. She was the glue that kept us together.
You know, I never realized how much she meant to all of us. But I can't do things the way she did.
Honey, I don't expect you to.
With the possible exception of the refrigerator.
Or maybe the refrigerator.
Anyway, Dad, just because I'm back home, I don't want you to assume I'm going to do all the things that Mom did for you. No matter how much I may want to. I cannot take her place.
I know that, honey. I know that.
You know, Dad, I often remember how Mom always listened to our problems and helped us with our decisions. I wish I could be more like her. But those were her special talents, and it took her a lifetime to develop those. Please, let me come home just as your daughter.
Done.
Okay.
And the moment I get out of line, you pin a note on my shirts.
Okay.
After you've ironed them.
Oh, you're impossible.
I thought I heard violins playing in here.
Gil, my man, good news. The sis is moving back home.
Great. Refrigerator needs cleaning.
Oh, you
Speak to your son.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Yeah, let's hope so.
could have said anything but that. I think she thinks we're going to turn into a den mother.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm certainly no Boy Scout.
Yeah, I noticed.
As for dear old Dad, frankly, I'm worried.
You don't suppose between the two of us we could possibly get him on a real-life date, do you?
No, rumor has it he's too cheap.
Well, we'll slip him a few extra dollars.
That's no good either. He just puts it in the collection plate.
That's right. Once any woman got a load of you two, it'd be a lost cause anyway.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, come on, cut that out. That tickles. Now don't. Now that tickles.
You love it.
I
You
do
love
not. You think so, huh?
yeah.
You're supposed to be sewing the sock there. You keep your hands in the sock, not on me.
And here, I thought you were this big, tough guy.
I am a big, tough guy. I bet I could take you with one hand tied behind my back.
You could try.
I just might.
See if this fits.
Okay. Hey, I think the hole got bigger here. What's...
Funny.
I think so.
How is it?
Not bad. Can't even feel the stitches. Kind of like the time when... Well, never mind.
So, Russ, what do you have planned for today?
Nothing that couldn't wait. Why?
Well, I thought maybe, we could take a picnic out to Breezy Point.
We don't need to go there for a picnic.
True, but you're the one that doesn't like hanging around this place.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Change of place. Change of scenery. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I want to do it. We'll do it.
Great. This'll pass inspection.
We'll see, woman.
Come on, you think you're funny, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm funny, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Why don't I go back and try to find another pair of see-through socks and see what I can do with my trusty needle?
Okay, if you think you can sew the hole together. Vince.
Would you like to offer your father a cup of coffee?
Sure.
Well, don't sound so enthusiastic.
They were right where you left them.
Sheila, I'd like you to meet my father, Vince Cardello.
Hello.
This is Sheila. Sheila's a friend of mine.
Yeah, I figured that out. Look, I'll take a rain check on the coffee, all right?
I was just leaving.
No, I was. I'll see you later, Russ. I'll drop by this afternoon. Be here.
Get the feeling he wasn't too happy to see me here.
What time is it?
Oh, a little after 12.
Did I have lunch yet?
No, not yet. Do you know when the last time was you were here at the hospital?
No.
Of course you do. It was the day Frederick was born.
Frederick.
Yes, that was a happy time for us.
I don't remember.
Well, there was an even happier time for me. The day you were born. My little princess. You know, when you were only 3 months old, I took you into a board meeting, and you cried and cried and cried until somebody finally said that I had to take you out. I fired him the next day. Because we're carpenters, we always get our way. Do you know that the day that I took you home from the hospital, I told you that by the time you were 10, I'd double my worth, and I did it. And then I said, by the time you were 21, I'd double it again, and I did that. I thought that because you were a carpenter, you'd understand why I wasn't always around the way you'd like me to, because that's what carpenters are supposed to do. And I thought you did it. When you'd come home from summer camp or boarding school, I thought you were strong. But I guess you really weren't so strong after all.
Where's Nancy?
Hasn't Nancy been here already?
No, she promised to come, but she hasn't.
Well, don't you worry about a thing. I'll see to it that she gets here.
What time is it?
It's a little after 12.
Did I have lunch yet?
No. Not yet.
What are you doing home?
I'm your son, remember? I'm allowed to be here.
Oh, not during school, you're not.
Well, my working mother, she forgot to buy anything for sandwiches, and her working son put his whole check in the bank.
It sounds like a convenient excuse for ducking out of school for an hour.
I had a craving for an omelet. You want one?
No, thanks. I'll grab a bite to eat at the hospital. Just stopped by to pick up some papers I forgot.
Suit yourself.
Here they are, waiting for me. See, I'm organized, but only to a point.
So, how do you like the new job?
Oh, I love it. It is so exciting and stimulating and challenging.
Sounds like today's Army.
Yeah, right. Take this report, for example. It's all about the new nurses wing we're building. I've got to study it so I can go over it in detail with Jason over lunch tomorrow.
Jason. Mr. Prescott. You're having lunch with Mr. Prescott?
Of course. I mean, it's part of my job to assist him in any way I can in the new nurses wing.
Even if it means having lunch with him.
Peter, this is a working lunch.
Where?
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier?
Why? What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't know. Nothing, I guess, but it just seems like if you're going to have a business lunch, you don't go there. That's more like a date.
Well, this is hardly a date.
Sure acting like it is.
Well, look, if I'm excited, it's because I like this aspect of my job.
What, going out on dates?
Peter.
Sorry.
Look, emotionally, I am a long way from dating again. I don't know if I ever will. But I guess that's just as well, because obviously you're not ready for it either.
Nancy? Nancy?
I'll be right down.
I should hope so.
Oh, I was hoping you would drop by.
What's all this? Entertaining tonight?
I hope so.
Why haven't you been to see Miriam?
But I did go to see her.
When?
Last night.
She says you didn't.
Charles, I did. She was asleep. I didn't want to wake her up.
Then may I suggest that you arrange your schedule to visit her the next time she's awake?
Of course. What? Look, why don't you come sit down here and relax? You seem so tense.
Well, yes. I could certainly use a few peaceful moments.
Would you like me to freshen that up for you?
No, it's fine. Why the gracious hostess?
Well, Charles, you've been through a trial, and I'm a good friend here to help you.
You could be a good friend and go see Miriam.
I think I need a drink. You know, Charles, now that Miriam is safely tucked away there at the hospital, we can all rest a little easier. I mean, I know I certainly will sleep a little bit better knowing that she's looked after by professionals and that. And I think maybe we could use this time to get to know each other a little better.
That is hardly a priority.
Well, other than Miriam, what is a priority?
Very little. I just want to be absolutely certain that she fully recovers.
Well, I do too.
Good. Now, I hope you'll excuse me, but I have some calls I have to make.
All right, well, I think I'll just go freshen up then. What time would you like to go out to dinner?
I wouldn't. I have to be at the hospital in case Miriam needs me.
Okay, come on, let me hear all your accusations. Tell me how disappointed you are in me.
Well, you're such a smart guy. Why don't you tell me what I'm going to say?
I'll tell you just one thing. You walked in here in a situation and made snap judgments that were very unfair to me.
I walked in, I said hello, I walked out.
Right, yeah, uh-huh. Hey, Russ, listen, I'll stop by and see you later this afternoon. Be here.
Well, if it upset you so much, why did you wait around?
Because I wanted you to know just how ridiculous your suspicions are.
All right, let me know.
They're ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I walk in, I find my son alone with a pretty girl. She's darning his socks. His wife just happens to be away. But you're right, that's not unusual. No, forgive me my impure thoughts.
You know, you're about as narrow-minded and suspicious as Mom.
So this is the girl your mother mentioned? Look, Russ, I know this girl gives you what Becky doesn't. And she probably lets you know that she's grateful. But what does it prove?
I'm not trying to prove anything. She makes me happy, okay? Simple.
Oh, well, now that's a mature attitude.
About as mature as Becky's.
So that makes it acceptable?
At least she doesn't have any reason to complain.
Well, you've really got some kind of a relationship with this girl. With every kiss and every embrace, you are secretly wishing that Becky could be here to see it so you could hurt her as much as she's hurt you.
Sorry to support you, Vince, but you are wrong on this one.
Yeah. I know the culprit usually thinks he's got a better decision than the judge.
Well, you ought to know. After all, that is familiar territory with you, isn't it?
You're never going to stop gloating about that, are you? All right. I have played this same charade out 20 years ago with your mother and Lisa. Characters have changed, but not the game. Everybody is still paying for it. But it's fun, isn't it? All the worrying and the hiding and the lying. It doesn't stop either. Well, I'm still paying for it.
Well, Vince, like father, like son, I guess.
Well, I guess the gardening will keep for another day. Let's walk down to Ambrosia's and get an ice cream.
Nah, I think I'll stay here and have a nap.
Have you thought any more about our conversation this morning?
I haven't thought of anything else.
Still feel the same way?
I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. Mrs. Cummings, I'm just a kid. All I ever wanted was for someone to love me and need me. And someone to tell me that it was going to be all right. But nobody ever does. No one ever does.